Hey, this is Matt once again. We're back to another video, and this is a paid request for Kyle. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, movie reviews, re-reviews, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, tier lists, rankings, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. Do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in the info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. And this is for an album review of the Bloodhound gang, in this case, Hooray for Boobies, which is their third album and came out around 1999, 2000. Now, I didn't listen to a lot of Bloodhound gang growing up, but as I went through these songs, I went, okay, there's at least one song that I heard multiple times. And even if you never heard of this band, you probably have heard of this song as well. It's the one called, I want to get the title right, Bad Touch. That's the one that goes, you and me, baby, we ain't nothing but mammals. Let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. Getting horny now. Do 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 do. Because I remember that playing on MTV a lot back in the day, when MTV was a thing. But it's one of those bands, like you watch it, they definitely had a goofy sense of humor, as in, we don't take the piss out of music. I would say like Weird Al Yankovic, but in a way of utilizing a heavy emphasis of humor into their songs and into their album. While Weird Al would specifically parody certain songs, here it's just have these wild, crazy lyrics and goofy, rambunctious nature to it, which to be fun to listen to, especially in this un-PC age of today. I mean, the first song is literally, I Hope You Die. I hope this helps to emphasize, to clarify, I hope you die. I hope he grins like John Nicholson and forces you to play a game called Balls on Chin. You're like, Jesus Christ, man. Or like the inevitable return of the Great White Dope. Which, I mean, some of these do have some catchy themes. Like that one's do 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 the Great White Dope. Do 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 do. Which that was actually in the on the soundtrack for Scary Movie, the first one. In fact, if you watch the music video, Ghostface and Carmen Electra, who was in Scary Movie, they're in it. I guess you could say there's a parody of Ghostface. So, but more so, you see Ghostface at the, well, again, Ghostface at the end of the music video. But I mean, you know, I Hope You Die, it's fun lyrics that I did laugh at. Like, wow, they're saying that. And again, inevitable return of the Great White Dope has a catchy rhythm to it. And it's just the lyrics in these songs make it just hard to not laugh. 3.14. So what if I'm not the smartest peanut in the turd? Like, this was like, I need to find a new vagina. Any kind of vagina. Hard to rhyme words like vagina. Maybe North Carolina. What the fuck is this? He's just trying to help a laugh. Mope. That one, there's a lot of songs in that one that it takes moments from, like Rock Me Amadeus. Rock Me Amadeus, rock me Amadeus. Or relax, don't do it, relax. And then there's a bit where I saw the music video of this, and the band's playing, and the background is not the words, but the song, For Whom the Bell Tolls, from Metallica. I'm like, wow, like, it's interesting to hear this combination of these Like, you hear Rock Me Out It Is at the beginning, then you hear, like, Combination Relax and From the Bell Tours as they're singing their lyrics. And then Pac-Man not only enters the song, but is in the music video. And Pac-Man wants to get high on crack. And then there's a little bit of Pac-Man Fever song playing in there. And then as the song ends, you hear Homer Simpson from, I think it was one of the Treehouse of Horror episodes. Holy macaroni! Holy macaroni! It's just, I would admit, again, it's fun. I will say the album was fun. It did make me smile. Yummy down on this. It's all about swallowing semen. That's really what it is. So do for the children, I'll make a donation. Just a Happy Meal so you can't supersize it. So beat me like Betty Crocker. So beat me like Betty Crocker tape mix. What's funny about that, the music sounds like something Korn, with a K, would do. Yummy down on this. For some reason, it reminded me a bit of, what was that song Korn did? Titta, P-A, da, but titta, P-A, da. It has that Korn type of rhythm, which I don't know if that's what they're going for. That's what it reminded me of. Ballad of Chasey Lane. I guess Chasey Lane is a porn actress, and he's like, you had a lot of dick, but you ain't had mine. Here's my mom and dad, now show them them titties. And it's just like, fucking Jesus Christ. Now, sometimes they have these skits, and they're pretty pointless. One is someone coughing for like 15 seconds. And, some of the songs, I'm like, whatever. Manicum Nada or Take the Long Way Home. I'm like, I just didn't give a shit. All On Comes Mary was interesting to hear, because I remember that from the Half-Baked soundtrack. Maybe that being okay. Bad Touch, that's I would say, their most famous song, at least on this album. Do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. Right Turn Clyde. Obviously an ode to Every Which Way But Loose. Although I think, was that done Any Which Way You Can, I think? Right Turn Clyde, but what's interesting about this is that they do an ode to Pink Floyd, only instead of Another Brick on the Wall, it's you're just another dick with balls. No. You're just another dick with no balls. Just another dick with no balls. Maybe they couldn't do the whole song like it, because I think they still got in some legal trouble or some kerfluffle for a bit anyway. But I'm sure they tried to make the song even more so they would have gotten even more deep shit, so. But that was kind of fun to have that little bit of motif. Like I said, it's very juvenile. It's a very juvenile album. Maybe it just caught me in the right mood. Maybe it just caught me in the mood the way the world is today. I'd never heard this full album. I did laugh at a good chunk of these lyrics and how crazy and insane they are. Some of them, like Return the Great White Dope and Right Turn Clyde, they have some decent rhythm to them. I mean, if I had to have favorites. Inevitable Return of the Great White Dope. Right Turn Clyde. I just see Bad Touch. I mean, lesser ones, I would say like Take the Long Way Home, or I think there was one called Hell Yeah. I'm like, whatever. Hell no. I just didn't give a shit. But yeah, it's definitely a band that, actually, now that I think about it, how many albums did they do all together? Kind of curious. Sorry, I'm just curious. James Jimmy Pop France, Michael Daddy Long Lays Bow, and let's see. The band has sold over 6 million albums. Studio albums, they say 5 of them. Use Your Fingers, One Fierce Beard Coaster, Hooray for Boobies, Hefty Fine, and Hard Off. In July 2025, Pop posted a series of images on his X account revealing that the band had begun recording demos for the upcoming new album at a studio in Malta. The band caused controversy in 2006 when they started using a golden shower act on stage during a cover of Depeche Mode's Enjoy the Silence at Rock and Rain and Pink Pop. During a concert in July 2013, one of them desecrated Ukrainian flag by urinating on it. They faced criminal charges of hooliganism. A few days later, the same guy, Hasselhoff, who was Hasselhoff again? He played bass. Evil Jared Hasselhoff. He played bass. Took the Russian flag, put it down his pants, pulled it out the back, and telling the crowd, "Don't tell Putin." The Russian show was canceled, and the band members were assaulted at the airport, including being pelted with eggs and rotten tomatoes. An American flag was trampled and spat on. An investigative committee of Russia said that the department was prepared to file criminal charges if prosecutors thought they had a case. Hasselhoff publicly apologized for the profanation of a state symbol of Russia, but the band members were still forced to immediately cancel their Russian stay, and their visas were canceled. I don't know why you need to do stupid shit like that. It's like your lyrics and the songs themselves, they're wild and weird and crazy enough that you don't really need to do this shit. But I mean, whatever. What can you do? So yeah, the last album was when? So I'm just curious. 2015, Hard Off. And then Hefty Fine was 2005, and then this was 1999. Okay. Man, there you go. Okay. So I was just curious about that stuff. So yeah, I don't know about them as people. I don't know how they are nowadays. But yeah, the album itself, bit of alternative rock among other stuff, other music stylings. I will say a lot of the songs do sound fairly different from each other. The songs don't feel like they're doing the same thing over and over again, so at least it feels like there's a bit of variety on the album, which I can appreciate that. And again, some of the lyrics are definitely crazy, and I thought in this case they just seem more funny and not. I wouldn't say it didn't feel mean spirited, because sometimes with people will throw this kind of stuff in albums and it feels just much more mean spirited. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But here it just seems like we just want to be say stupid shit, say stupid, goofy lyrics that will, get a chuckle out of you, which it did for me at least. So overall, I didn't mind the album for what it was. So that said, thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.